Cheers!
Cheers! Hello my gorgeous viewers, welcome back to Alice Del Monte. In today's video, a day like today, I almost forgot, but in today's video we're going to talk about the visit. First of all, I just found my mom filming a YouTube video on how to create this beautiful
Juicy
smoothie, whatever you want to call it, but it is healthy. And we just finished filming a YouTube video for my Spanish channel, and we already knew her channel is to do with how you learned to
my health,
to prevent health consequences.
Exactly.
So what she does is teach you guys to create healthy recipes, and not only for every day, but like I said, to prevent health consequences like diabetes. Mama, please explain what you have in your juice and what this is going to prevent. I just said diabetes, but what else?
Well, exactly. That's I am showing. I can't teach other people, but I'm just showing what I have myself. So I show what is the best for myself, but probably this can work for other people too, because in the people that works, it works for me. So this one I made it for preventing diabetes in my body. Vitamin complex, which is so much fruits in there. So I made vitamin C complex.
So let's list them. So you've got different types of berries. Blackcurrant,
red currant, type of the bias, red boysenberries, raspberries, and some nectarines, some types of nectarines too. Plums, nectarines, and apricots, and what's called persimmon, which is a vitamin.
Yes.
So many vitamins got a persimmon. So that's why I do the mixed. So this is a vitamin C complex for preventing having to diabetes. Well, I always going to the doctor. The doctor tell me, you far away from us. So that's why I am doing that. So which is good.
So Mama, let's give it a try and see what it tastes like. Cheers.
It's fantastic, isn't it? I put lemon too, because on vitamin C complex I have to put a lemon, a little bit orange juicy, lemon juicy. So which is really good.
So for everyone that's confused, vitamin C complex includes berries, yellow fruit, orange fruit,
reddish, blackish,
anything that's citrusy goes into this juice. And you don't have to have everything that you said. I know I always say this, not everybody is lucky to have a garden or a pantry like my mom. So Mama, let's talk about how you preserve these fruits. I know that when we go to the store, we can't always find, I can't find boysenberries. There's no nectarine. So how do you preserve these types of fruits, and how do you have them to make a smoothie like this?
Well, that's simple.
No, I know this because you don't go to the store and buy your own frozen fruits.
No.
You store yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's simple. Sometimes we go to buy to them some fruit places, and they selling lots of fruits. So we buy, and most of the time we have in the garden, we have the trees, we have the vines, we have the etc. etc.
So every time you harvest.
And the time of I harvest, we doesn't eat everything, so I put it in the freezer. So I keeping in the freezer the fruits, citrus, etc. Everything when I keep it in the freezer. And when I see we doesn't finish in couple days, 3-4 days, and I may start and put it in the freezer. So that's why I always I have in my freezer everything the fruits. So actually people's doesn't have much money. It's a good idea to learning. That probably was happening with my parents, and we lived in a cold Sierra in cold place. In sometimes we bring up and from the jungle place the fruits. We keep it in the my mother keep it in the freezer. So she makes me she show me. So I always learn. So that's why.
They didn't have a freezer. They had like a very cold, dark room.
Yeah. So well, anyway, me
that's
in
the freezer.
here.
So if you live in Peru and in the mountains, if you have a cold and very dark room, you can keep things there for a very long time.
For a long time, yeah.
And I have seen my mom do this here as well. So every time there's a harvest, there is an abundance of fruit.
Yeah.
Whether it's fruit stalls in Central Otago or in your garden.
Yeah, we are in New Zealand, isn't it? No, we have everything actually.
She's always chopping them up to bits, and then freezing
Keep
them.
in the freezer.
All the leftovers.
Yeah. So
They
that's
still eat fresh as well. Like even now,
yeah,
she'll
so you
probably
can
have
buy.
like an all year round herb garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are in New Zealand anyway now. So even we have in the garden a lot of fruits now, and so I can keep it in the freezer.
Yeah.
So yeah, bias etc. Sometimes I show in my channel and the bias and black currants, red currants, and another is strawberries, everything. So I keep it in the freezer. That's why I have a vitamin complex in my fridge.
If you want to see what my mom's growing in the garden, it's kind of a good idea to keep up with what she's planting these days, especially because it's spring, and then in summer discover what she harvests, because she shows you from what she's planting and then what she's doing to nurture them, and then what she's going to harvest in summer.
Well, after them,
I just saw your tomato videos. You've just planted your tomatoes.
Yeah. After I was separated with my ex-husband, so I planted a lot of fruits in fruit trees. So in this boundary we have a lot. We don't need it going actually in
You
either
have your
in the shop or
own
so.
vitamin
I
C
have
complex.
my own. That's so funny.
You have berries, you have fruit trees, everything vitamin C.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's keeping to us in health. And when I go to the doctor says to me, keep away from me. Oh my gosh, that's so funny, and I'm happy to come back. And next, this coming 11, this October, I have to have a going to check up my breast. Like the people say, no, you have to have a check up your breast cancer. And after that, I can show in my channel, probably I can tell them. But anyway, I always go and they say to me, keep away from me. So what I'm done is my juices and my food, etc. And I think I do then alkalize my body and then keep away from the doctor.
That's really true. My mom focuses on alkalizing her body, energizing herself with everything mostly organic, because she has her own garden of fruits and vegetables and everything. Try not to keep away from the topic. So now we can talk about the visit. Mama, how have you been doing in the past 2 months? I haven't seen you in 2 months.
Oh well, we have to learn the life, what the lessons give it to us, isn't it?
If you've been watching my recent videos on YouTube, you know that my mom and I have had a rough couple of years.
That's nothing.
We had a huge fallout, and
we have to learn.
I moved out. I suppose we're probably going to talk about this in another video, but for now, I've been out of home, trying to survive on my own, which has been a bit difficult. Like as you've been watching my videos or keeping up with my social media. And my sisters talk about how my mom's now having the time of her life because we've all moved out. Is that true, Mama? Every time we watch her YouTube videos, she's like dancing, enjoying her life. It's like, well, I guess.
Well, just to live the life anyway. That's we can do everything. Every people they have to survive life.
And it's hard, Mama. I know you know how to survive on your own, but for me, I've lived with you for so many years. After even my studies, I would come back home, so I would always be dependent on my mom. So for many years, I guess had a comfortable life, and then moved out.
Shocking. It's a little shocking.
Kind of shock because bills do not forgive anybody. No. So Mama, I'll begin with a reflection. I've been learning to be patient, surviving. So things to do with survival, being patient, finding work, accepting work wherever I can find it, whether it's night, day, on call, whatever it is. That's all I've been doing the past couple of months, whereas my mom has been basically living on her own since you were a teenager.
Well, that's a natural life
and
for me.
And she says she can do this because she's always been obedient and just lived to her own morals.
Well, that's a natural life for me.
Because you moved out of home very young, Mama. You've always been dependent on your own for a very long time.
Well, I was just listening. My father told me everything. So I was doing that correct way, what he said. Even now I'm thinking what he's told me. What he told me actually until now, it's correct. I have to listening anyway, no matter what's happening. But this is life is giving to us lesson. If the life we not see it or not listen in the life, we back up. But now,
so
I think,
what do you think, Mama, people should do?
Do it the
move
correct
out,
way.
Out of
do
home.
it the correct way. No matter what you move
whatever
out,
age you are,
do it a correct way. That's only the secret is.
And what she means, it's her correct way. That's why we had a fallout, because if it's not her correct way, there's no other way.
Well, listening the good people. Some people is not good. They make sure shit out, and then they're laughing after that. But anyway, we have to listening the good people's advice. That's only we can get it in life, because otherwise, no, I'm just scared. Even now, I have to just learning. I was thinking in my father, when I was 15 years, 16 years, I lost my father, and that advice, even until now, it's working. Even
what advice did he give you?
Well, I was just girl.
You were a teenager. Barely teenager.
In the mains looking for the girls, the hunting girls, that he told me, don't give it any means in your life if it's not correct for you. Open your eyes and get the correct way. Tell your parents, and for a while you have to look at that. If it's the good person, you can go for it. But if it's not, say bye-bye. That's all he told me.
Yeah, but I don't understand, Mama. You've never met the people. How would you know?
Well, that time I was just accomplished.
That's why we had a fallout, because I was telling my
I
mom
was just accomplished.
Everything, and then she freaked out. Yeah.
Well, now it's different because...
So you've had 2 months to reflect. I've had 2 months to survive because of what happened.
Yeah, I miss you, absolutely. Yeah.
I did too. I miss home. I miss coming home. Like, even the road, arriving in this area, it feels like coming home.
Yeah. Yeah, I was my girl and I missed everything.
Mama, tell the audience about Shiver. How I took Shiver and that was heartbreaking because I almost lost him. He was walking around the city for 2 days. I didn't see him, and then when I found him, my mom and I talked about it, and she actually, as you might not know, but she's actually allergic to cats, and she actually asked me to bring him home. So
I'm still allergic. I know that because I always keep with him, starting to me, annoying me. I'm still
but
allergic.
he's an outdoor cat. So
But the good
what
thing
he-
is outdoor cat, and then he come out, and that's where always I have to cleaning. Okay, that's okay.
So he comes
But
home to eat and then leaves.
Yeah, that's only we can do. And it actually that animal makes me. He was help me. He was help me the good way. He was coming to loving me, and I realized I always miss my girl, but anyway, the cat was coming, and then makes completely difference.
Yeah, no,
He
because
makes me completely
he's been
difference.
part of our lives for a
Yeah,
long time
for a long,
now.
long time, and then. Well, we talk with cats sometimes, and and then he comes
This is
loving
what
me.
it's like to be on your own, my gorgeous
Oh
viewers.
gosh.
I go and live on my own. I don't have a cat to talk to. I talk to myself, and I still keep in touch with my mom, but living alone in a different place has been quite a shock.
Yeah, even myself and home, it's just
It's still quite a shock.
Yeah, it's just missing. Something is missing. It's not completely.
But you
Good,
know
huh?
how to live on your own. You've
I
been
know,
doing it for a
I
very
know
long
for a
time.
very long time. That's why I bring here anyway. That's why we come out New Zealand to Australia, everywhere we go. I know how I survive, but it's different when you're mother and when you're daughter. Daughter is different than feeling than mom and or father, etc. But anyway, that's life. The life have to teach into us. That's just we can follow in the good way. That's it. We have to wake up too anyway too.
Let me just say, my gorgeous viewers, I'm super lucky to have this life, and why my mom has sacrificed everything in Peru just to bring us here. So going back to reflecting the past 2 months and now visiting my mom again, so I've had to survive. I've had to learn how to pay bills on my own. And gosh, it is shocking because I left at a very late age, as you might know. My mom had 2 children by the time she was my age, so
it's not easy. It's not easy.
even just trying to look after myself has been quite a shock. And Mama, you've been saying what kind of experiences you've been having in 2 months, so your turn to reflect.
Oh well, for me it's natural that life, but
I was just gonna say
just I was missing my girls, and well, probably she reflects more. It's well, in this life it's
she
not.
says that because she knows how to do it on her own.
Oh
whereas
yeah,
it's
because
been a
I know
shock for
so
me.
many years,
Yeah.
and well, I miss my parents. I miss my parents. If my mother was in alive, probably I was left from here now. That was another consequences. Well, anyway, yeah, I think.
But we could also talk about how lucky you are, Mama, to have your own house,
Oh, yes.
your own garden. Okay, you're allergic to cats, but you have someone that comes home.
Oh yes, yes.
We're still able to visit even though we had a fallout.
Oh, doesn't matter. We have to live life. Just talking about it and then live life. That's
she's
why.
not going to forget about it. My gorgeous viewers, you'll still be seeing this drama in the next following videos. Okay, Mama, this juice has been delicious. I'm almost finished with mine.
You want more, indeed. It's anyway life teaching to us,
Yeah.
girls and boys, etc. Just we have to do the right way. That's it, and tell the truth. That's why I only tell. Good. And anyway,
And let me tell you, telling the truth to my mom, it's freaky because she freaks out. But I know I should have also been a bit sensitive because at the time I was telling my mom everything. She was going through a lot, not only with our personal lives, but friendships, my sister.
Well,
You've been doing it all. Like if you've been watching our videos, you know what I mean.
You know, Nishida, I was in shock.
You were.
Well, the first starting is when my little
But it's
girl
a
makes
good
me
idea.
completely shocked.
I told you everything.
I was so annoying at the school, everything.
Yeah,
I
but
was confused completely.
But I
But now
told
it's
her
different.
everything. That's why it shocked me why she was freaking out.
Well, now it's different.
She doesn't like it. She tells you, tell me the truth about everything, and then.
Well, I do not like it. I do not like it because I do not want it to be having the same life like me. I was surprised with my husband because he doesn't like my children. So,
People aren't going to have the same life though.
so
And we
it's
can
really,
talk about that in a different video.
yeah,
because
would be a good idea.
Yeah. My
That's a
gorgeous
good idea.
viewers, follow us here or our social media. And yeah, this survival talk has kind of turned into a soap, a drama. And
No,
I
no, no
love
drama
this
at
dude.
all. No more drama.
Sounds like a drama.
Drama's finished.
Until you see us in our next video. Mwah. Bye.
Thank you very much for watching to us. Well, now my daughter was visiting me. We have so much experience in so many ways. Thank you very much. If someone to watching to us, give it a good advice. If it's a good people, if you not have any advice, don't give any advice, please, because the life was difficult in any way in the country. Well, now we are in New Zealand. It's different, but somebody, if wanted to give it a good advice, tell us something, please. Thank you very much for watching. We are trying to tell you what we do in this country. Thank you very much. Thank you for the comments, and we watch you. We read your comments. Thank you very much. Bye.
I do. I watch. I read your comments as well. And if you tag us on a video that you do, we'd love to watch your YouTube channel as well. Mwah. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
La 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 la. Goodbye. Woo.
Salud. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, girls.
Boys. Hello, my gorgeous viewers. Welcome back to Alisa Del Monte in today's video. This time I'm going to finish the whole glass. Thinking I didn't think you made more of this juice, Mama. We just filmed our Spanish channel and I drank most of it thinking we need to film another video. Why did I not save most of it? Anyways, welcome to oh gosh, I forgot. A day like today. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the visit. But first of all, Mama, I just found you making juice for your channel.
Oh yes, I was making.
I just wanted to clarify. Her YouTube channel is to do with what would you, Mama, describe your YouTube channel as?
Well, I'm describing because I'm showing my life, I'm showing my health, I'm showing my experimentation, I'm showing day by day health practically.
Oh no, Mama, you have to say how I am showing what I've learned for my health.
Yeah.
What I've learned for my health. So again?
Yep.